I mean, this has been an amazing inaugural Pokemon Go World Championship, Caleb. I mean, the plays are top level, the strategies, the variety, the poise, the precision, the showmanship.
Yes.
It's been amazing so far. And the switch timer is up, and it went for it!
Catching it's actually a Poison Fang though. That's very interesting, but still catching all that energy on the Swampert. What a catch from CrescentAngels here.
And this is gonna get to the Focus Blast. One Poison Jab before the Earth Power was available. And it looks like CrescentAngels is poised to knock out this Nidoqueen and take game number 2.
Wow, what a first set of battles here on this stage on the final day of World Championship.
As you move through this tournament, it's very much like climbing the summit of a mountain. You get higher, you look at the ground behind you, how far you've come, but you notice the air is thinner, it's dry, it's very, very difficult to continue to succeed at that high level, and you're not even close to the peak yet, so you have to keep on pushing. Now that that Icicle Spear came through, it's going to try to cheese that mission.
It's going to be so close, but it's a double knockout.
Double knockout. We are essentially resetting the table. It's anyone's guess which Pokemon comes out, but you do not want to be the first one to send your Pokemon out, because then you give your opponent that information. As we see this Swampert hit the field versus the Registeel. What a roll!
The Registeel is now in a very unfavorable matchup. The Trevenant tries to come in and take the lead, but Lickitung happy to swap back in and start dealing some incredible damage thanks to the super effective licks.
To borrow a quote from our co-caster, Tua Butters, I hope this Lickitung doesn't get any splinters, as these licks are adding up on that Ghosted Grass-type Trevenant. Swampert is inevitable as it looks to deliver a strike here. Earthquake coming through.
This Earthquake, if it's not enough to pick up the KO, a couple more Mud Shots certainly will do so. And JB Yang looking at his partner Mudkip there on stage, possibly being a little bit sad that maybe it was his partner Pokemon that did him in and knocked him out of the World Championship.
Scrappy really favoring this matchup, but you do see an early bait here by its accent. LurganRocket calls it. What a great early bait here. He's staying in this fight.
Yeah, just confidently knowing when to shield and when to let it go.
This is just a hill too tall, a mountain too steep. It's Axon trying to fight back. It reaches for the return. Scrafty switches in. Do we see a Protect Shield? Yes, we do, making all the calls.
All right, Scrafty happy to not take any damage from this return. Has the foul play ready and waiting. This will connect with its Axon Sableye for the knockout. And LurganRocket, the first winner of a regional championship here in the Play Pokemon Go circuit, takes the win over our North American International Champion.
LurganRocket blasting off into the next round.
This Galarian Stunfisk has a ton of bulk. It's going to be able to survive, and it's going to be able to throw back some rocks at this Walrein. DancingRob moves on to the losers finals.
DancingRob, the champion slayer here, placing third in Europe International Championships and climbing through this winter championships to beat multiple champions of regionals and international championships, and now punching his ticket to at least the top 3 of World Championships in London.
As we glide gracefully over the stage here, the majesty just does not escape us. We have 2 trainers seated here ready to begin the conclusion of their journeys. And what an incredible journey it has been for both of these players. I cannot wait to get into this series.
Yeah, we started out with the LCQ. Now we're here all the way at the winners finals. CrescentAngels versus godanhada.
CrescentAngels trying to cool off this Medicham with a couple of Hydro Cannons, and the second one will connect here as no Protect Shield is deployed, but Medicham hangs on there. It takes a little bounce, but it does not fall. It's got a Power-Up Punch loaded and ready to go. Actually, just fires one single counter. We're going to see a game where no Protect Shields are used at all.
I don't think I've seen this at all happen this weekend here at the World Championships. You know, one thing we like to say as casters is, you know, the shields do not carry over to the next game. But just look at how much damage this Medicham is able to do before it's knocked out by the Obstagoon.
Medicham looking to land the second uppercut onto that Obstagoon. It does so much damage. Can the Obstagoon secure a knockout? No! The switch in! Shadow Kanto Ninetales appears, and the majesty of it is on full display.
that Shadow Kanto Ninetales will happily take this Knight/4 Godanhada and use Ember to pick up the knockout on not just the Obstagoon, but that Swampert as well. And Godanhada, coming all the way from Korea, is your first entrant in the grand finals of the World Championships here in London.
Just talk about the poetry of that. The Shadow Kanto Ninetales comes onto the field. That fast attack animation is so beautiful as that Pokemon spins around, showing all of its tails. Godanhada really showing why he deserves to be here today.
Fortunately for CrescentAngels, he did not have to go far, as now we are entering the losers finals of the bracket. This is another best-of-5 set where the winner of this set will be moving on to the grand finals. CrescentAngels will be facing off against DancingRob, coming in from Germany, who qualified for this tournament by placing 3rd place at the European International Championships. Now, you can imagine he was here already once at a losers finals at an international tournament, not quite the World Championships, but still an international tournament. You know he must be hungry to go for the win this time around.
One key Pokemon I really want to zero in on is that Shadow Venusaur. Oh my goodness, is that Pokemon strong. If it can land some of those Frenzy Plants, get into a position with shield advantage. I mean, we saw it take down a Cresselia, a Scrafty, all kinds of Pokemon. Venusaur just doesn't care. It just Frenzy Plants everything. And we see the Venusaur come in. This might be detrimental to DancingRob's plans because it is a ton of energy. Does he know that this Venusaur is so close to a second charge attack?
We saw the Sludge Bomb on CrescentAngels side of the field. Now we see it from DancingRob. It will connect with CrescentAngels Venusaur, and it's enough to pick up that knockout. It is just Registeel remaining, but there is the Zap Cannon.
Registeel delivers the Zap Cannon. That final Protectio comes into play, and DancingRob has to sense that victory is close. Venusaur going to reach for a Frenzy Plant here.
Venusaur is so close, it just needs a couple more seconds, and he gets it! This Frenzy Plant will do enough damage to pick up the knockout on that resisted Registeel, and DancingRob is your second competitor moving on to the grand finals here at the World Championships.
That wasn't a double down. That was a triple down on that Shadow Venusaur, and did it pay dividends as that Pokemon just frenzied its way through the competition to win that series. DancingRob advancing, if I'm correct, to our first grand finals.
Yeah, Hydro Cannon is going to do significantly less damage than the Earthquake, but there are almost 2 more waiting for this Lickitung. Will Godanhada get the opportunity to throw that Power Whip before the Swampert gets to this next Hydro Cannon? It's going to be close, but the Lickitung gets it!
One turn earlier, this Swampert is going to get Power Whipped off of the field here as Lickitung looks to dominate this matchup. The Switch Timer wasn't there, and he could not escape. Here comes the Galarian Stunfisk.
The Galarian Stunfisk does have a lot of energy available to it and will get to the Earthquake, but these trainers are closely closing in on a single Pokemon remaining in this match. It's going to be the Altaria versus the Galarian Stunfisk. There's not enough energy. The Galarian Stunfisk gets to the rock slide first, and we have a bracket reset.
DancingRob, a half second might determine his fate as he secures the knockout here on the Altaria against impossible odds. He resets the bracket. Neither of these trainers are going home yet. And guess what? We are back where we started. We have a Shadow Kanto Ninetales waiting in the wings to come out here and face off against the Alola Ninetales, and here it is.
The Shadow Kanto Ninetales also having the shield advantage in this matchup, and all it will take is one Weather Ball to tie the set up once again. 2 wins for Godanhada, 2 wins for DancingRob. We are literally, finally, 1 game away from crowning our first world champion in Pokemon Go.
How in the World Championships did we get here? Oh my goodness, this is so incredible to watch. I mean, if you're looking for 2 trainers that were evenly matched, I don't think you need to look anywhere else besides center stage at London. These 2 trainers are neck and neck. As soon as you think one trainer has an advantage, the other one storms back, and both of these trainers are just out to prove why they deserve to be in this position, why they deserve to be the first ever champion. Like we talked about yesterday, there are essentially 2 voices going on in each of these trainers' head. The first voice says, this is your only chance. You may never sit in this seat ever again at the World Championships. And the other voice says, this is my moment. This is my opportunity. I'm going to seize this championship, this victory, this glory. This is it. This is my time to become the first champion. And we are queued up here for a decisive game number 5.
Altaria takes the field against the Galarian Stunfisk from DancingRob, and you see him pump his fist in victory. The Galarian Stunfisk loves this matchup. Both these trainers, again, swapping. Now it's the Lickitung versus the Medicham.
And we've seen this play out a few times before. Lickitung going to apply some pressure here with the body slam. The question is, which one of these trainers is going to change the script? Which one is going to find that unique win condition?
Psychic is the move of choice for this Medicham, and the Lickitung going for an early shield this time around, not wanting to take any additional damage as these fast moves are starting to add up. Will outpace the Medicham to the body slam and waits until that last possible second to throw, and DancingRob just conceding this matchup, letting the Medicham go, not investing any more shields.
Godanhada's mastery of these one-turn fast attacks is just absolutely spectacular as he's able to throw these attacks again and again and deny his opponent their own charge attacks. We do see the Power Whip getting queued up here as well. This Galarian Stunfisk can very comfortably absorb this attack, and the Rock Slide might be enough to KO as well, but how much energy does DancingRob want to gather first?
I think he wants to gather as much energy as possible, getting to a second Rock Slide. Does throw the first one for the knockout on the Lickitung, but look at the targets for the second. There's the Altaria and that Shadow Kanto Ninetales in the back of Godanhada's party. If this Galarian Stunfisk finds the right alignment, it's actually the Shadow Kanto Ninetales that takes the field.
And this is so critical. We do see the Rock Slide come through here. The Protect Shield gets forced as well. Can Shadow Kanto Ninetales carry Godanhada to victory or not?
It will not take damage, and it will be followed up by a second Rock Slide, and there are no more Protect Shields remaining for Godanhada. Has the Weather Ball ready, but it's a switch, and now the Alolan Ninetales is out on the field. Once again, it's a Ninetales versus Ninetales showdown, and the Weather Ball is thrown from Godanhada. DancingRob blocks it with a shield.
We do see that Charm sneak through there and KO that Shadow Kanto Ninetales. Altaria is on the field. Alola Ninetales looking to deliver victory for its trainer.
That Weather Ball will connect and pick up some major damage against this Altaria. Will it have the opportunity to throw one more charge move, or will Charm just knock it down? And DancingRob is your first ever Pokemon Go World Champion in the Masters Division.
This is where legends are made. The first ever Pokemon Go World Champion is before your eyes. Years of trial experience and practice and work has led to this moment, and it is a beautiful one to see.
Having come all the way from the loser's side of the bracket, winning the bracket reset in the critical Game 5, winning the critical Game 5 in the reset to become the world champion. DancingRob truly has mastery of this game.